So I got this wild idea that, instead of trying to get all gussied up and then practice a script, script myself or whatever, um, why not just do an impromptu live of sorts? So this morning I was supposed to get on here with my breakfast, because this is new to me and I need to have something busying myself, excuse me, so that I'm not focusing on the fact that I'm looking like this, potentially to thousands of people. So, yeah, I'm a bit ambitious, but not too ambitious. Notice I didn't say millions, because then I would probably just delete. Anyway, I'm not sure when I'm going to release this. So let me just tell you about the setting. It's 2020, the day after Christmas, in 2020. And, I did, in my prayer, I'm in my prayer room now, actually. So in my prayer time, and yes, so spoiler alert, I am Christian. And so undoubtedly these videos will point to, I guess, or highlight, certain struggles that, we Christians endure, and even trying to, how does that look like? Trying to maintain a relationship with our Father in heaven, despite what we're going through. I think that's going to be the tenor of these. Oops. Trying not to be so, okay, I may have to start this one over since I'm kicking and stuff. Or maybe I'll learn how to edit the video. So anyway, yeah, just sharing my journey for anyone out there who may be going through a similar struggle, and you feel like, okay, there is absolutely no way out of this, or, what's even real? Because I do find myself, or I found myself, thankfully, I believe the Spirit has been very comforting and reassuring, but I found myself many times, even doubting everything I believed, like everything, like doubting, everything except the existence of God. Like that never left. But I have doubted things about his character, his nature, because quite honestly, I never took the time to get to know him until now. So, doubting, okay, how is it that if you're a sovereign God, how is it that you wouldn't even give me the slightest inkling that I was on the wrong course? And then it plays into that whole thing. I think it's a point for the world. They ask whenever something happens, especially, when we're looking at babies and the horrific things that happen to them at the hands of some evil person. And, we want to ask, well, why didn't God intervene? This is an innocent child. And I guess the short answer for that is, we're in a fallen world. And so my question of why didn't you, you're sovereign, why didn't you give me a hint of what was happening? Or why didn't you stop this? It's not rooted, at least in my mind, it's not rooted in, this belief that he's supposed to save me from every tragedy that occurs. No, absolutely not. Because I do understand that since we are in a fallen world, that stuff happens. However, I think it was rooted in the whole thing of, so there's a scripture, those of you who may have opened a Bible a time or two, and I'm not trying to be funny at all. I just recognize that potentially the audience could include, those who haven't. So for context, there's a scripture, and unfortunately, so again, let me do a disclaimer. Yes, I'm Christian. Yes, I believe in the Bible, but I'm not the best at giving you the address. And what I call the address would be the chapter, the verses, or even the book of the Bible that it's located in. So just bear with me on that. that's a growth area. So anyway, the scripture says, in all thy ways acknowledge him and he will direct your path. That may be in Proverbs. I don't know. But look, what do you call them? Bible toting people, don't blow up my comment section berating me because I don't know where that very popular scripture in Christendom is found. Sorry. So anyway, so my question, my angst, my frustration was, and probably is, because I think I teeter back and forth, has been steeped in, I acknowledged you from start to middle. Even now, I'm still acknowledging you. So why didn't you direct me to another path? I mean, because this thing is huge. And it's not one of those things that I can just dismiss and say, well, you know, he allows us to go through certain ways because that helps to shape and mold our personality. I can't go with that because of the institution that it led me to, like one of his most sacred institutions. And you just can't flippantly, use that. Okay, I'm going to use that to, shape and mold her and get her character right. And then, after that, we're done with that. That is diametrically opposed to my theology or the theology that I was brought up with. And by the way, I don't know if that's really, okay, whatever. Yeah, sometimes I throw out these phrases and I have to go back and be like, okay, was that the best phrase to use? Did I really mean that? So if I got to amend, I'll amend. So we're at 6, 7, 8 minutes now. Actually 7 minutes. So yeah, that was where, and from time to time, again, that still trips me up in this because I'm not out of the woods yet by a long shot. But yeah, that's the nuts and bolts of where we are now. Concurrently to these videos, I'm also in the process of writing a book, because out of what I've been experiencing has come a deep introspection, analysis of my life, of the past, and how it's affecting my present, trying to do the healing process, because I do understand that before I can successfully move forward, I must heal from what is happening now. And so a lot of things have been uncovered, even from ages past. So I am also, so that prompted me to write a book. So from time to time in these, I may feel led to actually read, or I may be comfortable enough to read a book, because I'm thinking these videos, however short or long they are, may be, released in concurrently when my book is done. And that way people can kind of understand the background. So yeah, I think that's all for today. I'm under 10 minutes, so yeah, we'll see where this takes us.